Oi! Guess what? The calendar's done a flip and landed us smack dab in April. So here's the PSPlus lineup that's as essential as your morning cuppa. To kick things off, for the PS5 we have Immortals of Aveum. The Platinum difficulty level is fairly easy and straightforward with a rating of 3 out of 10 and an estimated completion time of 30 to 40 hours. This first person shooter has a strict no guns policy. How does that work, you ask? Well, with magic barrages of brightly coloured bullets magically blasted from the fingertips of a bloke who really puts the war in Warlock. An unexpected collision of traditional high fantasy adventure with slick first person shooter action. Immortals of Aveum boasts a wonderful backdrop for its classy combat and comes with everything we crave in a modern shooter. It's as striking to look at, sturdy to play, and it's strictly single player only. This involves wildfire machines and mind-bending virtual puzzle rooms mixed with gilded castles and ramshackle timber slums. It's a cool clash of styles and juggling multiple genres seems to fit Aveum's ambition as a first-person shooter with a twist. Your character, named Jack, has an impressively long list of abilities. These abilities are gradually introduced throughout the story, so things that may seem to have confused you earlier on suddenly make sense later on, like slow motion effect or the ability to hover after doing a double jump. Aveum is much more than just a disguised military shooter with finger guns. The finger guns, you've got your blue magic attacks that bang like a hefty pistol, then there's the green magic attack that pops off faster than your chatty aunt at your neighbour's Christmas do. And then let's not forget about the red magic attacks, they're like a sawn-off shotgun, no less. Now, how do you reload these red beauties? By fist pumping, of course. Nothing says reload quite like the enthusiastic dance move from the 90s. Combat is a wild storm of shattering shields and colourful fireworks. Movement is smooth and Jack feels agile and responsive compared to the bulk of his foes. Jack is by definition one of the most dangerous battle mages in all of Aveum, and the game definitely makes it feel like that most of the time. Immortals of Aveum is a right corker of a first-person shooter that cheekily trades in the bang bang for abracadabra. It's like being on a rollercoaster ride with spellcasting, combat so fast-paced it'll make your head spin, and visuals so spectacular they'll put fireworks to shame. The game's got more secrets than your nan's recipe book, and an engaging campaign longer than a queue for fish and chips on a Friday night. Even when you think you're done, you keep pulling yourself back for more. It's definitely not one to put aside. Immortals of Aveum posing a gigantic 8 out of 10. Secondly, for both generations we have Minecraft Legends. Platinum difficulty 5 out of 10 and only 25 to 30 hours to complete depending on your skill. The toughest part is to complete on Legendary mode. Minecraft Legends is as simple as a cup of tea on a Sunday morning, and that's part of its charm. Those naughty piglins from the Nether are causing a ruckus again because, let's face it, they're about as well behaved as a football fan after one too many pints. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, and let's be honest, you've got no choice but to accept it, is to rally the troops and give those piglins what for. You do this by gallivanting around an ever-changing continent in search of resources, allies and juicy secrets. Along the way you'll smash up some piglin bases, because why not, and play bodyguard to friendly settlements under attack from these pesky invaders. It's all in a day's work. There are no levels and the minimalistic story is mostly just cutscenes announcing the arrival of larger piglin forces. Once you've cleared all the piglins out, victory is yours and you can start another run from scratch on a brand new map. Keep it simple. There's nothing quite like the thrill of busting open a piglin's fortress gate and unleashing your own mob to create absolute mayhem. It's like being a mischievous kid in a sweet shop, but Instead of sweets, they're piglins flying left, right and centre. This wouldn't be a Minecraft game without gathering resources and building, and that's translated in a slick initiative way. Allies are small fairy-like creatures which assist with these tasks. One type focuses on resource gathering, letting you point them to a grove of trees or a quarry filled with ore and strip the resources completely independently, while the other carries out building instructions, quickly assembling structures like golem spawners or arrow towers provided the resources are available. It's an exceptionally easy system to use that works in a very natural way. Minecraft Legends is a right giggle on your lonesome, but it's the bee's knees when you're playing with your mates. You can romp through the whole campaign with up to 3 of your chums, divvying up resources while everyone gets to do their own thing. Splitting jobs like gathering bits and bobs, building a fortress or getting stuck into the ruckus. Celebrating those sweet victories together never loses its charm. It pulls in a very decent 7 out of 10. Our third game is for the PS4, Skul the Hero Slayer. It will take you up to 45 hours to complete and has a 6 out of 10 difficulty scale. In the wild world of roguelike games, the secret sauce to levelling up is a combo of getting chummy with the areas, enemy types and big bad bosses you might bump into on any given random romp. Plus, you've got to keep pumping up your character's base stats and snagging perks and make you just that smidge bit tougher each time you have a go. But Skul, oh mate, it's in its own league. It keeps things fresh and even fun even after countless hours of failing. All thanks to its head-swapping shenanigans. One push of a button and voila, your timid little skeleton adventurer morphs into an entirely different beastie with all new powers. Now that's what I call a head turner. See what I did there? Anyhow, there's a fantastic variety of heads to find and choose from, including floating gargoyles, rampaging meat monsters and adorable ents, which are basically a pixelated Groot. Each of the 30 plus options that you can potentially equip come with their own speed, attack range and abilities that give them a distinct playstyle, and since you can carry 2 at any time, you're able to instantly change between them for maximum effect. Skul is as you expect, downright difficult. There are 5 distant areas to fight your way through, each with a unique roster of mobs, environmental hazards, awesome retro soundtracks and a big boss battle lying to wait to knock your block off at the end. With a solid build and no small amount of practice, making it to the end credits is an attainable and enjoyable reward that salves the burn of dozens of failed runs. Skul the Hero Slayer pulls in a 6 out of 10. All 3 PSPlus Essential games will be available from Tuesday the 2nd of April 2024. And as always, make sure to bag yourselves last month's March PSPlus lineup before midnight on the 1st of April. EA Sports, F1 23, Sifu, Hello Neighbour 2, Destiny 2, Witch Queen. Don't miss out on these beauties. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Be sure to check out AbsinthTears.com and myself on Facebook. Over and out, guys.